There's a future where you do everything right. You work hard, you pay your bills, you stay out of debt, and you still end up 10 years behind. Not because you were lazy, not because you made one bad choice, because of one small decision most people make before they turn 30, and they don't see it until the 10 years are already gone. You know this feeling. You get paid. Rent, food, a subscription you forgot to cancel, maybe a student loan. What's left goes into a savings account. You tell yourself, I'll invest later. Later becomes next year. Next year becomes after my raise. After the raise becomes after I pay off this last bit of debt. None of this feels bad. It feels smart. You're not wasting money. You're not in trouble. You're just waiting for the right time to build wealth. But that's the problem. The right time never shows up. It just quietly disappears.
Here's what most people are never taught. Wealth is not built mainly by how much you earn. It's built by time, by growth that builds on itself, and by the gap between what you make and what you put to work. The mistake is not spending money. The mistake is treating starting as something for later, instead of something you do today. Waiting feels safe. It feels careful. But waiting is actually the most expensive choice you can make, because you don't see the cost today. You only see it when you compare two paths 10 years apart. This is not about luck. It's simple math. Money that starts growing earlier does more work than money that starts later, even if the later amount is bigger.
Picture two people, Amanda and Bella, both 25. Both earn the same money. Amanda tells herself she'll start investing once she has extra money, once the raise comes, once the debt is gone, once life feels calm. It sounds smart. It sounds responsible. Bella starts small at 25. Not much. A small, automatic amount every month, before anything else touches it. 5 years pass. Amanda is still waiting for the perfect moment. Life kept happening. A move, a wedding, a slow year at work. Bella never even noticed the money leaving. It became normal, boring, automatic. At 30, Amanda finally starts. She has more money now than Bella ever had. She's ready to catch up. She won't. Not fully. Not for a long time.
Why does this happen to smart, hardworking people? Because the human brain values comfort today more than a benefit far in the future. This is called present bias. $1 today feels more real than $1 10 years from now, even when the math says the future dollar matters more. Add to that a world that treats money planning as something for later, after school, after the promotion, after life settles down, and you get millions of people delaying the one decision that depends on time more than anything else. The problem was never how much people earned. The problem was that this decision never felt urgent. That's the part no one tells you. This mistake never feels like a mistake while you're making it. Now picture a third person. Ryan. Same starting pay as Amanda and Bella. No lucky break, no extra help. At 25, Ryan didn't wait to feel ready. He opened one account. He set up one small transfer every month. He didn't touch it. He didn't watch it every day. He didn't try to time anything. 10 years pass. Ryan hasn't done anything special. He had slow years, flat years, a few hard years too. But that one small decision at 25 kept growing quietly in the background, no matter how his life felt that month. By 35, Ryan isn't rich, but he's 10 years ahead of Amanda. Not because he earned more, not because he knew more, but because he simply didn't wait for the right time. Here's the hard part. This is not a story about people who failed. Amanda and Bella both did fine. Neither one went broke. Neither one made a huge mistake. They just lost something you can't buy back. Time.
At 35, Amanda looks at her numbers and does the math. To catch up to Ryan, she can't just work a little harder.
She needs to save almost double every month for the next 10 years just to close a gap that Ryan closed with small, boring, steady habits. She's not behind because she was careless. She's behind because later quietly became the most expensive word in her financial life. That's the real cost of this mistake. Not one bad year, not one bad choice. 10 years, gone, with nothing dramatic to point to. Just a slow pileup of not yet.
So here's the shift, and it's simpler than it sounds. Stop treating the start of your financial life as something that happens after things feel ready. Start with an amount that feels almost too small to matter. Set it to happen automatically. Take the decision out of your own hands, because your future self will always find a good-sounding reason to wait. The goal is not a perfect plan. The goal is simple. 10 years from now, don't be the one doing the math on how far later set you back. If this made you think about your own timeline, just sit with that. Don't rush past it. If you want more clear thinking about money with no noise, subscribe Wealthridge. This channel breaks down the quiet decisions that shape the next 10 years of your life.